Good morning, beloveds. I was on my way into the room to do this, and the retina specialist office called. So I now have an appointment with the retina specialist in preparation for going to talk to a cataract specialist about why I can't see out of my left eye. Which I can, just weird. And so, yeah. That's what's going on in my life. All right. It is April 12th. Our title is Knowing the Truth About Business Affairs. The first quote is, "What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits towards me?" And that is Psalm 116:12. The power of the Spirit is supplying you with all good. It is filling you with life and love. That is Science of Mind 303. And the last one is, when we regard our business as an activity of spirit working through us, we shall be viewing our business in the right light. And that is Good for You, page 139. Which means this is Craig Carter again. Okay. Wherever your attention is centered, your thoughts will focus. And since action follows thought, the things you keep looking at are going to determine what you will experience. Thus, if you keep gazing at the deal that fell through, you delay finding the deal that will go through. So if your business is in a slump, try recalling what it looked like and what you felt like the last time everything was going just right, and tell yourself that the happy picture you have recalled is the true picture now. See that the other one is just temporary, and know that it can be corrected in your own vision. When you see yourself as part of a world greater than you are, but one in which you belong and in which you have important work to do, you will more consistently move in the direction of success. This is because seeing your own individual work as part of a greater work helps you develop a higher perspective. You expect more because you see more, and you can do more because you expect more. Try thinking of God as your silent partner. With such a thought as that in mind, how can anything go wrong? And there is nothing out of date in believing you are about the Lord's business. God is my silent partner, and we are working together for good. We deal honorably with others who are involved in a similar business, and we have no sense of competition. We prosper because we are honest. A spirit of service imbues our work. Our partnership is a happy one. Okay, so that first line is exactly what we're talking about. Where your attention goes is where your power goes. Where your focus is, that's where your power goes. What you are focusing on. And that's one of the reasons why it's super important to focus on the good, to focus on the solution, to focus on what it is that you want. Yes, we have to deal with what it is. If, as he says, the business deal fell through, then we have to deal with that, but not by focusing on the deal that went through. We want to focus on what we are working on to correct that. Or we want to focus on the success so that that's where our attention is, that's where our power is going. And that way, the solutions are coming up. So it's never about not dealing with what is, we can say what went wrong, we can say non-preferred, whatever language you want to use. But it is about focusing on what we want. So, and that's one of the reasons why it's super important to be careful of your environment. If you keep the ashes of your failures around you, then that's what you're going to focus on. So it's like, okay, this didn't work. Let me clean this up, get this out, and let me put in place images, representations, successes. Let me put in place the good. what you feed your head is just as important as what you feed your body. So focus on good, focus on success, focus on, love. And that's where your attention goes. That's where your power goes. And that's where your inspiration is going to come from. So in this case, he is talking directly about business. And Jesse has this exercise that he talks about when you're starting a new business. You want to envision all of the things that you need to get started, but you don't want to stop there. You don't want to stop at the grand opening. You want to visualize 5 years down the line. You want to visualize a store full of happy and successful customers, or whatever it is that you're working on. And you can use that for anything. If you're working on a health issue, then visualize not just being healed, but 5 years down the line, and keep that forefront in your mind. And that will give you the strength and the power and the inspiration and the wherewithal to get through what you're doing now. Because, some days, and what I like to call my mortgage paying job, that's what she says. This is her ministry. This is God's work. This is the work that she has been called by God to do. And I feel that. And that's one of the reasons why I've stayed as long as I have, because it is truly part of my ministry as well, to be there to support people in their, mental, physical, and emotional health. And it takes all kinds. So, what you focus on, that's where your thoughts are. That's where your actions are going to come from. So be aware of that. All right. So, knowing the truth about business affairs. The psalm is, what shall I render unto the Lord for all the benefits towards me? Psalm 116:12. Go read the psalm. That's my suggestion. The power of the Spirit is supplying you with all good. It is filling you with life and love. That is from the Science of Mind text 303. And then good for you. Page 139. When we regard our business as the activity of Spirit working through us, we shall be viewing our business in the right light. It doesn't matter what we do for a living. It can always be God's work. It can always be spiritual work. It can be. It's up to us to make it that way. So, wherever your attention is centered, your thoughts will focus. And since action follows thought, the things you keep looking at are going to determine what you experience, which is why I'm talking about your environment. Set your environment for success. Set your attention for success. Set your focus for success. If you keep gazing at the deal that fell through, you delay finding the deal that will go through because you're looking at the wrong thing. Focus on the solution. So if your business is in a slump, try recalling what it looked like and what you felt like the last time everything was going just right, and tell yourself that the happy picture that you have recalled is the true picture now. That's that exercise Jesse's like. Okay, focus on opening your business, but envision it 5 years down when it's super successful. And that, like I said, you can do that with anything, health, wellness, friendships, love, doesn't matter. We just happen to be, the title of this one is business, but it's the same application. So see that the other one is just temporary, and know that it can be corrected in your own vision. Okay. When you see yourself as part of a world greater than you are, but one in which you belong and in which you have important work to do, you will more consistently move in the direction of success. You're part of something greater, but you belong. Super important. This is because seeing your own individual work as part of a greater work helps you develop a higher perspective as part of a greater work. Oh, wait. You expect more because you see more, and you can do more because you expect more. Got lost in that line. It's always nice to be part of something bigger than we are. Well, the truth is we are, because we are spiritual beings, and we are part of a greater whole of spirit. So we can see more. We can do more because we are tapped into an inexhaustible source of. Try thinking of God as your silent partner. I do like that. With such a thought as that in mind, how can anything go wrong? And there is nothing out of date in believing that you are about the Lord's business. And that's just really cool. You are God or Spirit is your silent partner. They will give you all of the guidance that you need. They will give you all of the guidance that you need if you are open and willing. And that's just a really cool phrase. You are about God's business. Of course you're about God's business. You're about God's business because you are God's business. You are how God does business in this world. All right. God is my silent partner, and we are working together for good. We deal honorably with others who are involved in a similar business, and we have no sense of competition. We prosper because we are honest. A spirit of service imbues our work. Our partnership is a happy one. All right. The mission today, should we choose to accept it? I'm going to go with this one. The mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to see yourself as a part of something greater. Whatever that is. We can start with the big thing of you are part of the greater spirit, or you can just start with where you are. What it is that you do for work. Because, I'm part of a team at my job. And I love my job. And I'm a part of a team at the center. And I love my center. So I'm a part of something bigger than me. I'm a part of something that is amazing and that feeds me just as I feed it. So that's the mission. The other mission, as always, the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself. Whatever it looks like, big, small, doesn't matter. Point is practice. Practice makes permanent. We are about creating a habit, a default setting, a first response. If you can be loving, kind, and compassionate with yourself, no matter what happens, you can do it for anybody. And that is how we make a world that works for everybody. All right. Okay. And there it went. My head. I also encourage you, as I always do something to engage your mind and your body today. I would tell you to go get a face full of sun, but if you live in my area, yeah, it's not sunny. We got storms coming. But bright light early, that'll help wherever you can get the bright light. And then, drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Big believer in hydration. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. And we can take the advice of Emma to look for the good and praise it. All right, beloveds. I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a keep yourself dry day if you're in this area. A loving day, a kind day, a compassionate day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. Because you are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. You are part of something greater. You are part of something amazing. And you belong. All right? Okay. I know I'm cutting this short because I got on late because, I got to get my eyes taken care of so that I can keep seeing, so that I can keep reading, so that I can keep doing these. All right. And, there was something else, and whatever it was. Oh, the social medias. Email info@creativelife.org. Get on the constant contact. Find out what CLC is up to all the time. Catch us on all the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, depending. And I am the running Rev Ryan on all of mine. Let's be honest, I cross-post between the two of them. So I'm the social media queen of Creative Life. So take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. Know that Reverend David will be on with you around 5 p.m. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Have a good day. All right? I'll see you next time.